comes all the way from eastern Canada. All the way to Chiang Mai from eastern Canada. It's his second time doing comedy. So it takes a lot of stones to stand up and do it for your second time. So can we please give him a huge punch-up welcome to Jody!
Alright, thank you very much, if you don't mind, I'm going to use my iPhone. This is not my second time, this is my first time. Thank you. Alright, I'm just starting. Good evening, everyone. This is my first ever comedy set in my young life. He stole my joke. I'm an effective virgin, if you will. And as they always say, you never forget your first. Fun fact that everybody knows. Here's another fun fact. Jody, in the Urban Dictionary, is the guy that stays home from war and fucks all of the wives of the men deployed. Yeah, when I learned that fact, I laughed for 2 straight days. You have a boring Saturday night? Check your name in the Urban Dictionary. Anyway, let me tell you a crazy story that happened to me when I was 23. I went from -20 Halifax to +24 Tel Aviv, and that is an awesome second stage to travel. It's not just culture, but it's full-on geography. Because when you go from Canada cold to palm trees and beaches in a mere 24-hour time span, that is fucking cool. At any rate, I was there to volunteer at a kibbutz, and no, I am not Jewish, so please don't ask. I only went there because one of my friends told me that the parties on the kibbutz are off the wall. So I went to the organizing office in Tel Aviv, and 3 days later, I'm in Merhavia kibbutz, near Afula and Bethlehem. You know, where Jesus was born. Right, honestly, it blows my mind. If you go to the Middle East, there is no fucking way that Jesus is as white as he was in all of my photos in my childhood church. No way. Now, this kibbutz has a golden secret. Across the field from this kibbutz is an IVF therapy hospital where they pay top dollar for high quality sperm. It exists because in the Jewish religion, the woman's womb is the key to the entry. Anyway, I found out about this cash cow, and I left work one day to start this arduous process. They're racist as fuck. You have to do psych tests, etc. It takes a month to complete this entire process. Anyway, when I went there the first time, I'm away from the kibbutz for 45 minutes. I get back, and Shlomo, my boss, confronts me. He's like, "Where were you?" Now, I had this pre-planned because I need to get across this field a lot to make some money. So, I then squatted down, and I said, "Shlomo, I had violent diarrhea." And my acting was perfect that day. That man never asked me where I was for my entire time at Merhavia kibbutz. I could cross that field and make serious cash. Now, you're wondering, how much cash is this guy talking about? Well, I'm talking hardcore cash. I got $120 Canadian per session. There was a guy during the first Gulf War when Saddam Hussein was firing Scud missiles all across Israel. That guy, French guy, got $600 for a masturbation session. That is absolutely insane. That's supply and demand. That is the market. Because at that time, during that first Gulf War, that Gulf War, there was a dire lack of foreign sperm. Anyway, now that I have Shlomo caged, it's now time to cross that field and make some serious cash. So my first time I get there, this IVF hospital is a clinically white, sterile environment. Not a setting I would ever think about in a million years for a masturbation session. So I go up to the counter, and I'm like, "Hi, do you have any magazines or video to help me in this effort?" And that nurse was as cold as fuck, and she said, "No." So then, I go in this room, and I have to revert to my imagination, the same as if I was 14 years old again. Anyway, I cross that field once, and sometimes twice a week for 1 month to make that sweet, wonderful cash. My friends have figured out that I might have a dozen children living and floating around in Israel with my unique laugh. Since then, I have a new hobby. As soon as I left Israel, I got a brand new hobby, and that is long-distance cycling. Because I want to kill every fucking sperm in my balls. I have given all I can. I am done. All I want to be is a dink. Double income, no kids. So fast forward 2 years, I'm in Luqiao, Zhejiang, China. It's a small city by Chinese standards, a mere 400,000 people. I am representing the University of New Brunswick, teaching Chinese kids about Canada life and raising their English skills to 11 students for 4 hours a day. At any rate, one day I tell my class that I want to go to a mountain town that is 5 hours away by bus. One of my students, Harold, raises his hand immediately and he says, "Sir, I'm from that area. I can guide you." I was like, this is golden. This is China before smartphones, before translators. I couldn't turn this down. So Harold and I went on a wonderful journey the next weekend. This is a 5-hour bus journey. In China, you'll confirm this. When a vehicle moves, everybody falls asleep. And it's hot. All the windows are open. There's no air con. But it's also in a place where they don't have cars. They haven't had cars for a long period of time. So, this Chinese farmer with the conical bamboo hat crosses the road whenever they want with no idea of any potential loss of life. And then the bus driver has to slam on the brakes. Boom! And all the windows shut. And everybody, it's too hot, everybody wakes up, and then they open the windows. I saw that process 17 fucking times. There was a guy sitting in my seat. Harold was passed out somewhere in the front. Guy sitting in my seat had to be drunk. He hit his head against that window 17 times. And never woke the fuck up. So, we get to this town. I am a battered man. I tell Harold that maybe a massage is in order. And he agrees. So I said, we'll meet back in an hour. Now, my massage woman was a middle-aged Chinese woman, and she beat the bus out of my muscles. Beat the shit out of me. Anyway, I meet up with Harold after, and Harold is both really happy, super nervous, and he's sweating. And he's like, "Sir, I need to borrow some money." And I was like, "What did you have? A happy ending?" Now, I know my way around a full body massage and an exotic massage. And to me, as a man, the only really true full body massage is one that includes a happy ending. I'm sorry, external, not internal. No debate there. Harold is like a 5-year-old that didn't understand even what a COVID-inspired glory hole was. New York State, Google that. Anyway, so he nearly said, "Huh?" And I said, "Harold, what the fuck happened?" He's like, "Sir, I just had sex for the first time." I was like, "What?" I had come here on an innocent journey to get a sword from a village that had been making swords for hundreds of years, thousands of years. Harold chose that time to get his willy wet for the first time. I was shocked. I was like, "How much do you need?" He's like, 400 RMB. And I was like, "Fuck, Harold. Take me to that massage girl now." Now, this massage girl is so fucking happy. She spent a shitload of money in a very short amount of time for very little effort. Which reminds, after that moment, I didn't know this. I'm sorry, I don't know a lot of prostitutes. But later on in that time, I was in the Philippines with my German friend. And in the Philippines, a prostitute makes the same salary as an engineer. So the earning potential is so impressive. Anyway, this Filipino prostitute told us that their favorite customers are the 3 threes. The Koreans. 3 times the money, 3 inches, and 3 times the profit. All right. So my first visit, and that is a crazy joke because, by the way, all stereotypes are not 100% represented. If there's any Korean man in this audience today, I'm sure you are 100% endowed. There you go. So anyway, I go up to Harold after. And I am livid. I am livid. I walk up to him and I said, "Harold, if you tell anybody about this, I will murder you and nobody will ever find the body. Second of all, Harold, if you don't pay me back this money, ASAP, I will murder you and nobody will ever find the body." Thank you very much.
Keep it going for Jody from Canada. Keep it going, folks. Okay, we're going to keep it going as well. Okay, so we're very gifted and lucky in Chiang Mai that we have